Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. You are listening to Positive Mindset for Entrepreneurs. This is the show where you discover how to make money by being happy and get paid to be you. Yes. I am your host, Dana Wilde, and I'm so happy that you're here. Remember, if you want to get notifications when I'm going live, when I release a new video, do hit that subscribe button, like, share the video, all that good stuff. It's so appreciated and it helps keep your head in the game. Get that daily jolt of happy. If you're not getting that daily jolt of happy on YouTube, make sure to check the links in the description so that you can connect with me in all sorts of different areas, including our daily mantra. So today I am going to reveal the steps to actually do in order to be a brain trainer. Like, really, what is all this positive mindset talk anyway? Like, what do you do? How do you actually implement this? I got the idea to do this video because we had this question come in. I'm going to read it here. This listener, he says, I love the idea of thinking more positively, but I'm not clear on what to do. How do I actually implement this? Right? Good question. And we can appreciate your question because it is like, somebody says, hey, think more positively. Okay, great. Do I just put that on my list? Like, check that off for the day. I thought positively today. It is a process, there is a system to it. And so I want to give you some tips because obviously I could write a book on this subject and I did. And so I'm going to just give you kind of the most important things to know when it comes to implementing positive thinking and living life like a brain trainer. The benefits of putting positivity first are huge. I want you to really just think about the difference between building your business, doing your actual tasks of your business. So maybe your tasks are to sit down and write an email or to do a live stream or to go in and build a funnel for your business or to go out and network with people, like whatever the steps are in building a business. Imagine the difference when you do those steps when you're feeling overwhelmed or frustrated or not centered for any reason, as opposed to doing those steps when you feel happy and good and your best self and light and free and all of that good stuff. It's so obvious, isn't it? It's so obvious that building your business doesn't come from taking action. Building your business comes from feeling good first, then taking action. Because when you feel good, you get better ideas, you make better choices, you get out in the world in a better way, you show up as your best self, you have more fun with people, people like you better, you attract better clients, you engage, you get better results, you sit down and you do that work you do and you get in the flow. Like it's so obvious, isn't it? It's so silly. Like I have to laugh that not everybody is screaming this from the rooftops. When you go out in the entrepreneurial world, it's crazy that everybody is action, 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 work harder, action, 18-hour days, grit, grind, right? Hustle. You got to hustle. 5 a.m., get up at 5 a.m. Like nobody is talking about this thing. Mindset, feel good, because then you leverage that good feeling. But how do you actually implement it? So this is a very good question. So here are a few tips. First and foremost, being a brain trainer means making a decision to live your lifestyle like this. Mindset first, feeling good first. It means being aware, paying attention. When you decide to become a brain trainer, you give up being a robot and being on automatic pilot in your life all day long, which is actually great because it also means you give up being at the mercy of everything outside of you. Normal people go about their day and something bad happens and they go, oh, I feel so bad. And then something good happens, they go, oh, I feel so good. Then something bad happens, they go, oh, now I feel bad again. And they're at the mercy of external circumstances. They're at the mercy of everything that happens outside of them. And they spend their life going like this, up and down and up and down and up and down, without really understanding why. Brain trainers know how to keep themselves in true emotional alignment. They know how to truly feel good and live a life where anything can come at them, and they're going to know how to cope with it emotionally, feel good, turn it around, and get right back out there. And they're going to be able to live that way authentically. So, first and foremost, make the decision that you want to be a brain trainer, and make the decision that you are going to be aware. You're going to be aware of the way you feel. You're going to be aware of the way you think, the thoughts in your head, and you're going to start making the connection between the two. Okay. So, after you have decided that and you really start to see my thoughts create my emotions, create my choices and my decisions and my actions and my results. It's all connected and it all starts here. It all starts with thought. When I can think different thoughts, I can generate different emotions, I can make different choices, I can get different results, and so on and so forth, right? So, after you have made that decision, there are a few touchstone points of the day that will help you to implement being a brain trainer on a consistent basis. And the first is morning. When you go to sleep at night, you shut down everything, you get a total reset. So when you wake up in the morning, you've got a clean slate. You've got a brand new clean slate from which to start your day. So this is a good time of day to remind yourself, I'm a brain trainer. So you can put a little post-it note on your clock or on the wall across from your bed that says, it's going to be a great day, or I'm a brain trainer, or remember mindset first, or it can just be a blank note for as a reminder. It doesn't matter. Something just to remind you, oh yeah, that's right. I'm choosing to live my life positively. Before you even put your feet on the floor, see if you can stay in bed for 60 to 90 seconds, 120 seconds, and just say things to yourself gently like, yeah, I'm a brain trainer. I'm looking forward to this day. It's going to be a great day. I'm ready for this day. I get to do these things, and use that term, I get to do this, and think about things that you're looking forward to. If you can't think of anything you're looking forward to, or you're feeling like you're forcing it, or you can't think of anything to say, just say yes, 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 over and over and over in your mind, or another word that you like, joy, 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 any word that kind of gets you fired up. But take that 60 to 90 seconds to prime your brain. You're priming your brain, realizing that, okay, this is my starting point. I'm feeling good. I can continue to feel good. I'm starting on the right foot. I'm moving forward, and off I go. I'm a brain trainer and I'm ready to go. I'm getting better and better at this. I'm so happy I'm doing this. I appreciate myself for doing this. I'm looking forward to the day that's coming. All of those good things, right? So even if the smallest thing you can do is, I'm looking forward to having a clean slate, or I'm so happy I've got a clean slate, it's a good start. So then get up and get ready and go about your day as you would normally go about your day. Do all of your different tasks or the things that you would do. But as you go throughout your day, do your best to stay aware in different moments, especially those times if you're getting knocked off center. But if you could even just check in with yourself throughout the day and just say, like, okay, how am I feeling right now? One easy way to do that is to set reminders on your phone. Open up your reminder app, not your alarm app, and set a reminder that says something like check in, or I'm a brain trainer, or today's a great day, or your favorite mantra, everything's going my way is a good mantra, or something along that line. And have that reminder repeat multiple times throughout the day. So I have reminders on my phone that actually go off twice, each of them 10 times a day. So that different times something will come up on my watch or my phone. And I don't always stop and check in when it happens. In fact, most of the time I don't, but my brain sees it. And so my brain goes like, oh yeah, that's right. We're here. We remember brain trainer, feeling good, right? I'm here. I'm ready to go. So have those reminders go off to remind you throughout the day. And it's a good practice because it gets you used to being aware. Our whole world is so overstimulating. It really sets us up to be hypnotized, walking around on automatic pilot in an unconscious state of mind, really not even being present in our own lives because of the abundance of stimuli in the world. So it's really a good idea to be able to take yourself off of automatic pilot. When you get those notices, and remember, you can actually put these in the reminder, just give yourself encouragement and just take a deep breath if you can and just go like, okay, I'm already doing it. I'm feeling good. This is my time. And if you're not feeling good in that moment, give yourself permission to take just a little bit of time and reset. Do something to reset. You know, take a big deep breath. Take a walk around the block if you can. Step back for just a minute somewhere where you can be by yourself for a really short amount of time. We're all dealing with life. We're all dealing with things that set us off. And so it's okay if you're having a bad day or a bad moment or something going wrong. We're all doing the best we can. And we're all just trying to stay centered. And so when you start to get some negative momentum going, you know, it, you can take just a little bit of time to go like, okay, I want to write myself. I want to think some positive thoughts. Now, the good news is when you've got negative momentum going, you will be really amazed at how easy it is to turn it around to positive momentum. If you can generate positive thoughts or hopeful thoughts, I'm feeling better and better. I hope this turns around. I'm open to this turning around. I like the idea of being a brain trainer. I know it won't take me long. I'm open to thinking different thoughts. I'm hopeful that I can think different thoughts. It's fun to play with new thoughts. I like saying new sentences to see if I can shift my energy. It feels so good to shift my energy. I'm starting to notice my energy shifting already. It feels so good to feel my energy shifting. I can feel it happening right now, even as I say this. And you can see I did that for what, 20 seconds? But those sentences, they start to lead you and you start to get positive momentum. So, this is the fun of being a brain trainer. You get to be a complete champion. You're a virtuoso of your emotional state. You get to be the person who is in charge of how you react to things. You get to be the person who's in charge of how you think about things. You're the person who's in charge about how you feel in any given moment. You get to live a life that is a happy, feel good, productive, rewarding, fulfilling life because it starts with thought. And we get better and better at getting a whole bunch of tricks up our sleeves for how to do this. So, some of you are tappers. You can do EFT, you can do tapping. Some of you are nappers. You can go take a nap. And believe me, sometimes when you got some negative momentum going, a nap is the best thing you can get. Some of you like to listen to audios. Sometimes you have to just eat something. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can be Ms. Hangry when I don't have something to eat. Sometimes you want to walk around the block or take the dog for a walk or play with the dog or play with the cat or pet the cat or go for a walk by yourself or meditate or turn on some music or hug yourself. There's one. Hug yourself and just go, it's going to be okay. I'm going to turn this around. Watch some comedies, jump up and down lightly. Put on your favorite music. Like in that shift, wow. Put on a silly kitten video, like anything that kind of snaps you out of it and gets you on a different path. So mantras work, thinking different thoughts work. But remember, there are so many other ways to shift your energy and feel good. So if you're feeling negative or you're feeling bad, that's kind of the worst time to try to say mantras because you just want to argue with them. So try other things. Try to get away from all of that super happy stuff and just try to do some neutral things. Breathe, watch something that's light and funny. Do something more relaxing. It doesn't always have to be this kind of heavy psychological positive psychology trick. Watching a good cat video can get you the same effect. Okay. So ideally, when you're feeling less than hopeful, if you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, That's not the time to go direct with your brain training and say mantras like I am abundant or I feel so good or any of that stuff. When you're feeling overwhelmed, do those more gentle exercises like breathing or walking around the block or taking a nap. When you're feeling hopeful and above, then you can go more into those bigger, more direct brain training methods like saying mantras, okay? So, side note, just to be clear, there's nothing wrong with just feeling bad for a while too. One of the kind of bad raps that we get in the positive thinking movement is that it's like we're trying to tell you just to be robots and not feel your emotions. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. In fact, embrace your emotions because your emotions will really give you guidance and tell you like what's going on with me. I'm feeling this way. What are these thoughts that I'm thinking that are generating this? And you really start to see the lie of your thoughts, the thoughts that are just pure nonsense that are generating negative emotions. But sometimes if you just feel bad, it's okay. Go ahead and feel bad. If you want to wallow from time to time, go ahead and wallow. In my experience, if I really try to feel sorry for myself or really try to wallow, it doesn't last very long. Like it gets pretty boring pretty fast. And so it's okay just to be angry or have a bad day or have a bad hour or have a bad 5 minutes and wallow for 5 minutes. Like there's no mindset police out there that are telling you like you have to be happy all the time. Okay. This particular channel and this particular video is really just saying your life is better when you're happy, which we all can agree on. Then late in the day, late in the evening, the important thing to know about this particular time of day is that sometimes this can be the most challenging time to feel happy. Now, not always, but the reason it can be a little bit more challenging than other times of day is because chances are you've had a whole day of a lot of different stuff coming at you and a lot of things to process and a lot of maybe unprocessed emotions. And so those of you that are into tapping, EFT, emotional freedom technique that I mentioned a second ago, this is, a good tool to use when you're feeling like you've got a lot of unprocessed emotions that are happening. But the reason I bring this up is not to set you up with expectation, but more so to let you know that it's okay if late in the day you just feel like, okay, I just need to kind of turn off my brain and just chill and just relax. Because again, in the late evening is maybe a more challenging time to say, like, okay, I'm going to be all fired up now, right? So give yourself a break and just know that when you fall asleep, you're going to reset again. Now, bedtime. When you are going to bed, this is a really important part of the day because the 30 minutes before bedtime, all of the things that you see or think or put into your awareness, when you fall asleep, those go right into your unconscious mind. So do what you can, especially the last 10 minutes before bed, but the last 30 minutes is even better. During that time frame, to really think nice, gentle thoughts. So you can think things like, I'm really glad I'm going to sleep and I'm going to reset tomorrow and I'm going to feel better. And I like that I'm becoming more aware and I'm going to give myself some kudos for these things that I did today and list some things that you're proud of yourself for. And I appreciate these things. And I like that I'm becoming more aware of my thoughts and I'm love that my life is improving and things are getting better. So think really gentle thoughts as you go to sleep. Okay. The only other thing I want to add is that as you start to get really good at this and your reminders are going off and things are getting where you're more aware more of the day, you're going to start to be more proactive in your thinking. So when we first start with brain training, a lot of times it's like we're putting out fires, right? It's like, oh my gosh, here's a fire of overwhelm. I'm going to put that out. And here's a fire of I'm angry about something. And here's a technology fire that I want to throw my computer through the window, right? So sometimes it feels like we're trying to talk ourselves off the ledge all the time. As you get better at this, you get more proactive. And so, what that means is that now instead of putting out fires, you're feeling pretty stable most of the time. And now you're being more proactive about intention setting before you go into different situations. So, the transitions that you go through throughout your day, you actually get better intention setting. So, let's say you are finishing your breakfast and now you're going into a Zoom meeting. So before you go into the Zoom meeting, you just set that intention of like, okay, I'm going to anticipate that this is going to be great. I'm going to feel good and centered. I'm going to listen to people and they're going to listen to me and we're going to have a wonderful engagement and we're going to have a good outcome that comes out of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing these people. So that 20 seconds or 30 seconds of intention setting pays off. Then you finish the Zoom meeting and now you're going to go talk to your kids or something. And so you move into that transition. You're like, okay, this is going to be good. I love seeing my kids. I can't wait to talk about this thing. So you get less where you're reactively busting yourself on negative emotions and more often setting up a better environment for yourself as you go into different situations. So it really gets easier and it gets where you're not hitting those lows anymore. You know, you hit those little baby lows and then you're right up here flying high most of the day. So that's good. The other thing I want to mention is that I hope that you noticed that being a brain trainer doesn't take any extra time out of your day. And this is my favorite thing about training my brain is that it's something I can do as I live my life, as I go about my day. And, you know, we're imperfect humans and we're always going to have things that knock us off our center. And we're always going to have new desires that we haven't reached yet that we maybe don't feel so hopeful about. So we're always going to have situations dump into our lives that catch us unexpectedly. So it's not like we're ever going to live a life where we're just blissed out. And frankly, I don't know that we'd want to live a life where we're blissed out. You know, being able to feel the variety of our emotions and be aware of them and turn them around is nice. You know, it's nice to be on this adventure called the human experience. It's fun to be able to feel the range of our emotions and be able to play with it, play with the way we think and the way we experience and the way we feel and how we interact. I mean, it's so rich to be a brain trainer. You get such impact out of it. And at the same time, the journey of it in itself is just so rewarding. It's so nice to be able to live a life this way and learn all the tips and tricks and fun things. And that's what we're about. Like, that's what I want from this channel. If you like being a brain trainer, please make sure and give me an oh, hell yeah in the comments. And remember that we're all just doing the best that we can with this. I've been doing this for 40 years. Every single day, something will knock me off center. And it's okay because we have the tools to get back on. And you do too. Say those nice little sentences to yourself. Things like, I'm getting better at this. I'm getting more and more aware, and it is fun. And I like being a brain trainer, and I like being more in control of my thoughts and my emotions and being able to understand the experience. And it feels so good to be present in my own life, and it feels so good to be connected and engaged. I love being around people and being able to feel like I'm having a real, honest interaction with them because I'm coming from my best self. And I love being out in the world as my best self. And I love building my business this way. And it feels so good to know that I don't have to be perfect, that I'm just banging around and figuring it out. And we all are. And that's okay. It's so fun to be able to do this imperfectly and to see the beauty in it. And I'm getting better and 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 better at it all the time. And you totally are. And you totally got this.